We start our okay. This is our subject, grade 10 accounting, introduction to accounting, right? You can take your notes or else screenshots, but the notes should be in your book, huh? Remember that. Okay. In between, no chatting. Activities of a business. Now, when a person starts a business, there are a lot of activities taking place in a business. For example, now you are about to start a study, learning a class. You are coming to a class. You have a lot of activities, right? You have to take your pen. It is an activity. You have to take your book. It's an activity. You have to switch on the phone. It's an activity. You have to connect to internet. It is an activity. You have to connect to my Zoom. So it is an activity. And you have to see, that is an activity. You have to write. It is an activity. You have to understand. It is an activity. So there are lots of activities taking place in our life. Likewise, when you come to a business, what activities can take place? I have given some examples here. Selecting a place. Selecting a place. It's an activity. In which you are deciding in which place I am going to do the business. That is called an activity. Selecting a business. What business that I am going to do? You are selecting. You are deciding. You are deciding. Introducing capital. Owner introducing capital to business to start. Then paying rent. Paying rent. It is an activity. Paying rent is an activity, right? Then employing employees. That means taking workers to our job, our business, taking people, giving job to people in our business. In our business, we are employing people. Paying rent. Paying rent is an activity, like that. Paying salary. These are some activities of a business. Okay. Out of these activities, now let's see what is transaction means. Transaction means activities of a business which you can measure in terms of money. Activities of a business which can be measured in terms of money. That is called transaction. For example, selecting a place. You select a place, selecting a business, introducing capital, employing employees, paying rent, all these activities I have given here. Out of these activities, my dear student, can we measure all these in terms of money? No. For example, selecting a place. Selecting a place means you are deciding, I am going to do business in Colombo. I am going to do business in Colombo. I am going to do business in Colombo. You have decided. Do you have a money value for that? No. You are selecting a business. You have decided, I am going to do a vegetable business. For that decision, do you have money value? No. For the decision, we don't have money value. Therefore, the transaction means activities which you can measure in terms of money. So selecting a place is not a transaction. Selecting a place is not a transaction. You understand, my dear students? Likewise, selecting a business, it's a decision. It has no money value. Employing employees, also it's not a transaction. But when you come to introducing capital, you can measure that in terms of money. You can ask the question, how much owner invested to, how much, you ask an owner from a business, owner of a business, you ask them, how much capital you have invested to start your business? You say, I have invested 50,000. He said, I have invested 5 million. I have invested 1 million. So, owner investing capital, it has a money value. You can ask them how much, they will give an answer. Paying rent. Okay, you ask your one of the business owner how much rent you are paying. He definitely say monthly I am paying 50,000. Monthly I am paying 100,000. Monthly I am paying 80,000. So paying rent is a transaction. Paying rent is a transaction. Then paying salary. Paying salary. When paying salary, if you ask how much salary you pay to employee, say monthly 10,000, monthly 50,000, monthly 100,000, monthly 100,000. So paying salary is a transaction. Paying salary is a transaction. Do area. Assets. This is the next heading for us. Very important idea because everywhere in accounts you have assets. If you can't identify the assets correctly, you will make mistake. Okay, let's see. I have given some diagrams here, pictures here. Can you see? Right. I have given some pictures here. A business has a land. A business has a land. Nobody switch on the video, okay, please. A business has a land. A business has a building. A business has money in hand, money in bank. A business has goods for sales. Goods for sales. Goods for sales. Okay, right. Also, there are people working in the business. We have receptionist, we have manager, we have employee, we have security uncle. Many people are working. We call all these are resources of a business. What do you call? Resources of a business. Land is a resource, building is a resource, people working is a human resource, money is a resource, and stock is a resource. Stock is a resource. Stock means the things available for sale, the goods available in the shop for sale. So all these are called resources. Out of these resources, do we have money value for land? Yes. Do we have money value for building? Definitely. Do we have money value for money? No need to ask, no idea. Do we have money value for the goods what you have for sale in the business? Yes. Do you have money value for the manager? If you ask a owner of a business what is the value of your land, he used to say land worth 10 million. Building, he used to say building worth 10 million, 20 million. How much money you have? He say I have 500,000. How much money in the bank? He say 50,000, 200,000. What is the value of the stock? You can value one by one and find out the value. You ask what is the value of your manager? Do you have the answer? No. You ask a question, what is the value of the security uncle? No. So these people, they have no money value. That's what I have taken the diagram. People has no money value. So the resources belongs to a business which has money value. We call financial resources. Financial resources belongs to a business called asset. That is the easy way to understand asset. Later I will teach you the full definition of an asset. For the moment, to understand the basic accounts, my dear students, you have to understand what is asset. So all these has money value, people has no value. So people are not considered as asset in a business. Land is a business, building is a business, land is an asset, building is an asset, cash or bank balance is an asset, stock or inventory is an asset. Clear everyone? Do anyone have doubt in that? Liability. I have given a heading, liability. Okay. When you are doing business, my dear, you have seen there are bank loans in the business. People borrow loan from bank. People borrow bank overdraft. The difference is bank loan means you borrow a loan from bank and you will repay in long run. That means 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, 3 years, like that. Overdraft means you borrow a loan, but you have to repay in 1 month, 2 month time period. Both are loans. Remember that way. Then you can take payables or creditors. Sometimes now it's a quarantine time. Your mother borrowed a coconut from the next house auntie. Your mother borrowed a coconut from next house auntie. Now next house auntie become creditor. You borrow goods on credit basis, you have to repay that. You have to give that back. So if you buy goods from people on credit, we call them creditors or payables. Likewise, accrued rent. That means now March month is over, April month is over. Now we are in the May month. April month rent still you didn't pay. Still you didn't pay the April month rent. So April rent become accrued rent. The meaning of accrued is payable. Likewise, electricity payable. Electricity payable. Accrued rent. Accrued and payable, same meaning. So when you come to liability, my dear student, you can say amount to be settled in future. Amount that we owe to other people, amount to be settled in future, we have to give to others. This is called liability. This is called liability. And liability is the amount to be settled in future. Bank loan, bank overdraft, payable, electricity payable, accrued mean payable. When there is owner in a business, he will invest the capital. So capital introduce. An owner taking something from business, we call drawings, capital drawings. Can you tell me the equity amount? Equity equal 40,000 rupees. Equity equal 40,000 rupees. Right. Now let's move to the next area. I have given a question here. State whether the following is an asset or liability or equity. Asset or liability or equity. Cash in hand. Cash in hand means you have money in your hand. What is that? Asset. Furniture you have. Asset. You have capital. What is that? Equity. You have bank balance. Asset. Bank overdraft. Liability. Creditor. Liability. Debtor. Asset. Computer. Asset. Bank loan. Liability. Loan obtained from a friend. Liability. I know that yesterday also I explained the same sum. Okay, I'm sorry. Right. So this is the small chart I have given for example. I have given the assets and liability. Cash in hand asset, land is asset, furniture is asset, stock is asset, debtor asset, bank balance asset, bank loan liability, creditor liability, bank overdraft liability. Investment I have given under equity. And one answer coming now. Investment is not equity, my dear student. Under equity, I taught you only two things I taught you. Capital and drawings. Capital and drawings. Therefore, investment is not an equity. I just put to check you, everyone. Most of you all got wrong, my dear. Be careful. Investment is not an equity. Investment is an asset. Change it, everyone. Huh? Change it, everyone. Investment is an asset. Right. Then we come to sum loan is a liability. Machinery is an asset. Building is an asset. Building is an asset. Okay, my dear student. Right. So investment is an asset. Investment is an asset. Do anyone have doubt in that? Anyone have